Is Monster worth watching? A lot of you guys have probably heard of this anime before, and it's usually associated with somebody's top anime list or animes with the best stories out there. And low-key, word on the street is that this anime is starting to be considered a classic. But hey, that's just what I've heard. Let's go ahead and check out the stats. Currently on my anime list, this is rated at 8.8 out of 10, and it is ranked number 25 of the best anime. And this anime actually isn't on Crunchyroll, it's on Netflix, but I just recently got kicked out of my Netflix account because, you know, some people changed the passwords, which, how selfish can people get? So I can't tell you guys the rating on there, but if you go on IMDb, it's rated at 8.7 out of 10 stars. And so with those stats, with those ratings, there's no way this anime is gonna be bad, right? Well, I'm a man that never 100% trusts the reviews, so I went out, I watched the anime, and I'm here to tell you guys if this anime is actually worth watching. And again, guys, when I say this anime is worth watching, I mean, is this anime worth your time? Is it something you should put on the top of your anime list? Or, you know, screw it to the bottom or not even watch it at all? And with that said, this anime is actually worth watching. Everything about these ratings are correct, and I'm actually surprised that this isn't in the top 15 anime. Like, it should be a little bit above 25, maybe 20. But also, I can say that this anime is definitely not for everybody, which I'm going to explain in this video. But before we get to that, I'm going to talk about the plot of this anime, the reasons why I like this anime, or the reasons why I believe you should watch this anime, and then I'm going to talk about the negatives and the reasons why, again, you probably wouldn't like it. So without further ado, let's get to the plot. So this anime is about a doctor named Tenma, and this man is the top of the top when it comes to neurosurgeon, which is, you know, the people that work on your brain. And because he was so good, a lot of important people came to that hospital when they needed that kind of surgery, which the director of that hospital liked, and he was making sure that Tenma was pretty comfortable. But with important clients coming in, some interesting decisions come into play, because Tenma was one for all, okay? He doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, if you need a surgery, he's gonna get it done for you. While the director was more like, hey, yo, man, how much money you got in your pockets, okay? How much do you really need the surgery? Oh, you poor? Well, okay, hold up. You know, I'm gonna put you're gonna get your surgery, but you're gonna be in the back of the line. Person with the wallets, hey, come forward. We got you. Tenma did not like that, which is basically like saying the people that have the most money pretty much skips ahead in the line. In the beginning of the series, Tenma was scheduled to work on a certain patient, but then an important client came in, and he had to drop that dude to go with the more important one. And because of that, some other low-grade NPC doctors worked on the man's, and he didn't make it. The wife was hurt, and Tenma felt that guilt. And he said he wasn't gonna do it again, but the director had other plans. Tenma was scheduled to work on a boy that had a bullet stuck in his head, but then the mayor came in, and the director said, hey, yo, work on the mayor, forget the kid. But Tenma said, not this time. Nope, we are not rerunning this, okay? I'm going with the kid. And so, Tenma saves the kid, the mayor dies. And the director said, bet, I'm disowning you, don't talk to me, you're getting demoted. Pretty much put Tenma in a place where he can't grow anywhere. And Tenma was obviously frustrated by this, and so he decides to vent to the boy he actually was able to save. He was venting how they weren't real doctors and that this should never have been a situation. And he said, honestly, those guys just need to disappear, bro. We don't need this kind of dudes on the earth. But what Tenma didn't know was that the boy understood it as, okay, you got ops, let me handle it. Suddenly, they needed more caskets for the other doctors. But with that, Tenma was able to grow in his career, and now he's more successful than he ever was. But with that whole situation going on, that caught the eye of some detectives. You know, because isn't it crazy how you wanted them gone and they actually left? You know, like, you know, dudes are putting some stuff together. And so some years go by, and Tenma gets a new patient who's a suspect to murder. After some events with the police, the suspect decides to dip, and Tenma chases after him. And the suspect confesses that he was forced to murder this person because of this man that's in this parking garage. Which that man said, listen, I don't need you anymore. Pretty much offs him in front of Tenma. And now Tenma's shook. He's like, yo, what's going on? And so the man walks out and says, you know what? I'm not gonna kill you, even though I should, but I'm not. You know why? Because you saved my life. And lo and behold, the boy that had the bullet in his head, the one that Tenma saved instead of the mayor, turns out to be a psychopath. And let's just say he believes there's too many people in the population. And so I'm not really trying to spoil a lot of the anime, but let's just say that this man named Johan is the source of a lot of murder cases. And now Tenma has put it on himself to stop Johan from continuing this big killing spree, while also dodging the cops because the cops believe that Tenma is the one that's behind all this. That's pretty much the gist of the plot. Now let's move on to the reasons why you're gonna love this anime. But before we get into that, if you're still watching this video and you're enjoying it, if you guys can do me a big favor and smash the subscribe button. Right now we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and at the current moment of me filming this, we're at 124. So we got a little bit of ways to go, but I know that with the power of friendship, anything's possible, right? Right? Like, come on. But back to the video. So one of the main reasons why I love this anime and why I know you will love this anime is because it is unbelievable. predictable. This anime starts to get deeper and deeper and darker as you keep watching the episode. Because at first you're just thinking Johan's just telling this guy to go, you know, shoot up the neighbor's house or something like that, while Tenma's saying, hey, stop that, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, you're just expecting a little cat and mouse. But no, it is not that simple. Because the thing is that Johan is intelligent, okay? He doesn't just do things a straightforward way. Like, no, this man gets into your head. Like, honestly, this is more of a psychological thriller than anything. Because what he does is pretty much hypnotizes people into doing things that they normally wouldn't do. He sparks up situations that will make you freak out when really, you know, you're usually a cooler guy. Everybody that sees him will tell you that this man is a monster. He may seem all handsome and cool on the outside, but inside, my man's twisted. And he does not discriminate, okay? He did this, the way he did this kid, oh my God, bro. For no reason, by the way, for no, like, legit no reason. Tells this kid that, you were never loved, your mom left you for a reason, and you know what? Why are you still here? Bro, dip, tight beat. Like, my man's not right in the head. So the way they portray people's minds, the way they show how the brain works, and just show how manipulative people can be, and like the darker side of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do a really good job at bringing that out. So that's one of the main reasons why I love it. Because at first I thought this was gonna be a straightforward anime, but then the worms just kept coming out. Like, just, it's crazy. But speaking of people, like, the characters in the anime are all well written. Like, they made sure to take the time for you to get to know who these people are, without dragging it out like, 1,000 episodes like One Piece. And they do these characters so well that sometimes they are like the main characters of like the show, and you won't see Tenma for a couple episodes. But it's not like it's annoying. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm just watching side characters just, yabble or do whatever. And that's because all the police officers he has to work with, all the doctors that, are involved, they all have their important roles to play, while also, as you watch them, you see how they start to get intertwined. And all in all, if you like an anime that actually makes you think, you will like this anime, okay? This isn't just something that you can just sit there, have it playing in the background, and you'll get it. Like, they won't just spill it all out for you. Like, you gotta connect some dots. Now let's talk about the negatives, which honestly, I think this is an anime where I have nothing to say. Little small things, but nothing of the grand line of the story, because everything does what it's supposed to do. Now, the one thing I will say is on the ending, which again, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I don't want to start sparking things in your head if you haven't seen it. Just like one little thing I would have changed about the ending. But the reason why you may not like this anime is that you might not make it to where the craziness happens. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, the first couple episodes is pretty fast paced, but then it slows down. So this anime does require some patience, because if you don't get far enough, you won't understand why they just did all the stuff they did before. So just like the anime free run, I suggest that you stick it out, keep watching, and if you really don't feel anything clicking, nothing turning, then this may not be the anime for you. But I guarantee you though, if you keep getting there, there will be a point and you're like, yes, okay, I am now hooked. Something else you may or may not like is the art style, because I'm not gonna hold you, everybody looks kind of normal, but like a little ugly. Came out in the early 2000s, so it wouldn't be crazy to say that it didn't age well. But truly, that's only the real reasons why you wouldn't like this anime. This is a psychological thriller. If you're into those kind of animes, then you will 100% love this. Now, if you guys have seen this anime, definitely let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments. And again, try your best not to leave any spoilers, because, I want people to be able to be as surprised as I was when I first watched it. I'll see y'all later, and stay weebin'.